Elon Musk is the billionaire CEO of SpaceX and Tesla and was ranked by Forbes as number 21 on their list of the world's most powerful people. He went from being raised by his abusive father in the suburbs of South Africa to now being one of the richest people in the world with a net worth of $27.9 billion. And today we're going to learn his best advice on how you should start thinking. Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time!
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and every morning I bring you a shot of Entspresso to help you believe in yourself more and start your day with confidence. So good morning, I believe in you, and let's do this. Over to you, Elon Musk.
I think it's also important to reason from first principles rather than by analogy. So the normal way that we conduct our lives is we reason by analogy. We're doing this because it's like something else that was done, or it's like what other people are doing.
Me Too type ideas.
Yeah,
Slight
iterations
take,
on a theme, and it's because it's kind of mentally easier to reason by analogy rather than from first principles. But by first principles is kind of a physics way of looking at the world, and what that really means is you kind of boil things down to the most fundamental truths, and say, okay, what are we sure is true, or as sure as possible is true, and then reason up from there. That takes a lot more mental energy.
Give me an example of that. Like, what's one thing that you've done that on that you feel has worked for you?
Sure. So somebody could say, in fact people do, that battery packs are really expensive and that's just the way they'll always be because that's the way they've been in the past. You're like, well, no, that's pretty dumb, because if you applied that reasoning to anything new, then you wouldn't be able to ever get to that new thing.
Your dream is possible. The business you want to build, the life that you want to lead, the impact that you want to make. It's possible. It really is. Even if nobody like you has done it before. There are a million reasons why your idea will not work and 8 why it will. Which side you choose to focus on will determine your life. So I'm an introvert. That may be hard to realize or hard to tell because when I get on camera and when I'm talking to entrepreneurs, I get excited, I get animated. But I'm an introvert at heart. I don't talk to people on the airplane. I hate networking events. Being in big groups causes me anxiety. I'm super awkward and don't know what to say whenever I'm kind of put into a group. I'm not the life of a party. I'd rather be by myself. And so I'm very introverted. And I used to believe that would be a big roadblock for me. If you look back on the history of my helping entrepreneurs as my website and then my YouTube channel, I always hid behind the famous people. I always hid behind sharing my story because I didn't think it was relevant or as important or powerful. It's like, hey, you got this chance to learn from Elon Musk. Who cares about Evan Carmichael? And for the longest time on my channel, Evan Carmichael's top 10 rules for success was the #1 request. And it always blew my mind. Like, why? Who cares, right? I mean, all these great stories, why does it matter about me? And I was always reluctant to share my story. And I always felt like, because I'm an introvert, I don't know how this is going to work out. When I look to people who've done it, when I look to other people who've built big YouTube channels or who are great communicators or fantastic on stage, they look like they have it all figured out. I love young Les Brown. He's my greatest motivational speaker of all time. And when I look at someone like Les Brown, it's hard to imagine him being an introvert. He seems to be always happy, the life of a party, he's got stories to share. And if I want to be like that, I want to be a speaker, I always told myself I can't because I'm introverted and he's not. And so I don't know how to bridge the gap. And so that's where, people like me haven't won before. People like me haven't done it before, at least the ones that I knew of. And so it's easy to say, well, because it hasn't been done before, now you can't do it as well. What I discovered was, I still care about serving. I still care about helping. I still want to make a big impact. I want to be able to touch people's lives, even if I don't want to small talk and chat with them and be the life of a party. And that is possible. And once I shifted it to service, Once I shifted it to recognizing that I'm not even here for me. I'm not on stage for me. I'm not in this room for me. I'm in this room to serve. And using your perceived weakness as a strength, thinking things like, I'm an introvert, so I don't talk much, but I'm a great listener. I'm a fantastic listener. I can very quickly understand what you're going through and how you're feeling. And now I can use that to make better content and to help shift you and move you to where you need to get. And those things of understanding that I am service built and so are you, and that just because other people haven't done it doesn't mean that I can't, really helped give me the confidence, belief, motivation, momentum to keep going. There are always going to be reasons why you can't win. There's going to be a million reasons, right? A million reasons why you can't win, and 8 why you will. 5, 8, 10, but a smaller amount of reasons why you will. And if you start talking to your friends and talking to your family and compare yourself to other people, you're going to find the same thing of, now there's 3 million reasons why you can't win. And it's really just that choice to figure out which are you going to focus on. The 3 million reasons why you can't win, or the 8 why you can. Now I've got a 3-step process I'm going to walk you through that I think will really help. But before that, if you want to have unstoppable confidence and learn from billionaires, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
There are just times when something is important enough, you believe in it enough that you do it in spite of the fear. If you have a great product, lots of people will buy it. And then the company will be successful. That ended up being worse than if we had designed a car from the beginning.
Okay, so how do we do it? How do we overcome our limitations, our lack of belief, and start making momentum? 3 steps, let's go. Step number 1 is get clear on your goals. You know, what do you want? What's that problem that you're trying to solve, right? If you don't have that direction, it's gonna be really, really hard for you to build it. So I wanna solve the world's biggest problem. I think people don't believe in themselves enough. I think everybody has Michael Jordan, Elon Musk level talent in something. And chances are it's not what your parents did, it's not what your family did, it's not what you went to school for, it's something totally different. And step 1 is actually believing that that is possible. And so I'm trying to unlock as many people as possible on my journey, fully recognizing that it's never going to happen, but trying to unlock as many people along my path while I'm still here on this earth. And so having that clear goal, having that clear mission for what I want to try to accomplish makes everything else easier. So for you, what do you want to accomplish? What's your goal? Who are you trying to serve? What are you trying to do? And try to get as clear and specific as possible, because having that definiteness of purpose gives you the boldness, gives you the confidence, gives you the ability to stand on that rock when there's waves are coming at you and quicksand all around you and people throwing a lot of hate at you. If you don't have that rock to stand on, you're going to get caught up in the storm. Your goals, your purpose, your mission, that's the rock that you need to stand on. Step number 2 is find your 8 ways. So like I said before, there's a million reasons why it's not going to work and 8 why it will. You don't need 8. 8 is an abundance of reasons. You only need 1 of those 8 to work out. And so you'll have all those doubts and all those people in your ear telling you why it can't work out. Stop focusing on why it won't work. Stop focusing on what you don't have. Stop focusing on why you're not good enough. That's not going to serve you. That's going to keep you in molasses land. It's going to keep you in preventing you from actually moving forward and now living a life that you hate, right? It keeps you stuck. You have to focus on the 8 reasons why you can. So for a moment, close your eyes and imagine it was possible. And there are, even though, yes, there are a million reasons why it won't, there are 8 reasons why. Find the 8 and spend all your time, all your energy, all your effort, all your love on those 8 reasons why it can work out, even though there's all these reasons why it won't. And then step number 3 is build immediate momentum. Once you've got your 8, what are you gonna do about it? Just finding the 8 and writing it down on a piece of paper or putting down the comments below, that's not going to help anything yet. The ideation is fantastic, but nothing happens until you do something. The biggest thing missing for most people, for most entrepreneurs, is just momentum. You've got great ideas. You're a genius. The stuff in here could change the world, but it's not going to change the world if it stays stuck in here. You've got to birth it. It has to happen. You need momentum. And stop making it so big and impossible and overwhelming that now you need millions of dollars and a team and all this stuff that you don't have. Bring it down. That is motivating, that's inspiring, that's amazing, right? That big mission, but bring it down to what are you gonna do right now? What can you do today to actually start building momentum? Don't worry about the perfect plan and just create immediate momentum on the 8 reasons why you can win. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, it's time for the question of the day. I wanna know, what is your single biggest takeaway from this video, and what are you going to do this week to take action on it? Put it down in the comments below. When you schedule in what day, what time, what place you're gonna take action on your idea, you are 91% likely going to actually follow through, versus just 35% likely to follow through when you got motivated but had no plan. And when you share your plan and have public accountability, you raise your chances of following through even more. So right now, in the comments below, share your single biggest takeaway and your plan of action for the following week. Put it down below so I can celebrate with you.
This world today is full of challenges and opportunities. 2,000 years ago, full of challenges and opportunities. And I'm sure 2,000 years later, full of challenges and opportunities. There's always, it depends on how you look at it. Somebody look at this challenge as opportunity. Young people always say there's no opportunity. I complain a lot when I was young because I think Bill Gates took all the opportunities for the Microsoft, and Steve Jobs, all these guys. There's no job, there's no great big stuff left for us. But I think opportunity always lies in the challenges, always lies in the complaints. If you can solve the challenge, you will be successful. The big challenge you solve, the big problem, the big opportunity you have.
If you want to change your life in 30 days, check out my free training right here. Or if you want to know why Elon Musk says you need to read more books, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy them. Continue to believe. I'll see you there.